Hi, welcome to So Good the Podcast. I'm KD. Let's get the show started. Um, Before I get the show started, my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone, every hour, every second, every minute, every week, every day. It's a tragedy happening in the world today. So love one another, take care of each other, and it'll be all right. So I would like to start off with, it's a lot that's on my radar. So, I want to start off with the incident that took place in Atlanta at a 26-year-old tried to vandalize birthplace of the very own Martin Luther King Jr. She was seen pouring gasoline on the porch on the property, trying to ignite the property, real estate, and she were captured and stopped by some people that was on, I guess, vacation, tourists, whatever the case may be, off-duty cops. They stepped in and saved the house from burning down. It's kind of like they was there at the right time, when this incident took place. It was in Atlanta. It was the two off-duty police officers from the NYPD and two tourists from the Utah are receiving praise for helping to comprehend a woman of color who was alleged attempted to set fire to Martin Luther King's birthplace, as I stated. According to a report, the home, praised by Atlanta police chief as the jewel of the city, was on the verge of going up in flames on Thursday. That was at 5:45 p.m. They saw a woman, like I said, pouring gasoline over the front door, porch, and plants of the house. This prompted authorities to arrive at the scene when a 26-year-old woman named Lanisha Santrice Henderson tried to light the liquid. The two stepped in to report it. The two off-duty NYPD officers were able to hold Henderson a short while the Atlanta Police Department officer could get, to him. Anderson is in police custody and is charged with interfering with government property and second degree. I'm not sure why. Mental health is at an all-time high. For me, on this platform, it's like, it's ironic that she wanted to do that in the first place, and second, that someone's always watching, and it so happened to be two off-duty officers there at the right time to stop her. I don't know. So I just read a little bit about it. You all can check into it a little bit more, but I'm glad that no one was hurt. For me, that's pretty much it. But everything else, okay, moving forward. On this platform, health as well. Coca-Cola. Yes, Coca-Cola is on my radar. It looks like Coca-Cola has quietly issued a voluntarily recall of 3 different types of popular soda cans this past month while we have yet to see, the public news release. According to the FDA enforcement report released earlier in November, that the recall is live and currently listed and ongoing. Coca-Cola has been very active this holiday season, as they always have over the years. Season even releasing, they have like a Santa mocktail, and started a Mobile Magic Christmas caravan offering photos, ops, and chance to meet Santa. We'll be traveling to select locations over the United States. This time of the year, it may be popular to grab 12 packs of the sodas. So, around this time, Coca-Cola is definitely known around these holiday times, things in that nature. Family gatherings and things like that. Before you crack those cans open, it is important to know that there has been a recall in the South. There is a possible foreign material inside the can. So far, there have not been any reported injuries at the time of this article. If you have any of the recall sodas, cans listed in the image below. The FDA, asked the customers to, make a return on the return product to the store where you purchase it, or throw it away, as they recommend immediately to avoid harm from the materials. The state affected and consumers should be hyper aware are Alabama, Florida, Mississippi. Diet Coke will be the most popular soda affected. This class 2 recall has its best date of I believe that's 1/29/24 of next year. Fanta Orange and Sprite both have best by the date of 7/29/24. Please see, for more specific details, check their websites, things of that nature. The potential findings, foreign materials in your can of Coca and the cola is not one would want to experience or share with anyone. Thankfully, the issue has been identified and the cans are being cleared from the shelf. If you find yourself, like I said, with any of these products, please, it's a warning. You might be injured. You and your loved ones, be careful. I know a lot of people drink that product, so just be mindful. Growing up, that's a lot of sugar, whatnot, sodas. To each his own. Everyone have their preference, but in this platform, Health is Wealth, that's not good because Coca-Cola is on my radar. So be mindful. So while I'm on the Health is Wealth, I believe it's Chinese garlic is on my radar. Yes, Chinese garlic. It's a threat to the U.S. National security and severe public health concern. Florida Senator, Rick Scott claimed that the garlic imported from China was a threat to the national security. Garlic, bro, the senator said that the garlic in China was fertilized with human feces grown in sewage. A McGill University report said that there was no hard evidence showing sewage was used as a fertilizer in the China. Florida Senator Rick Scott has called for investigation into garlic imported from China, saying that the production methods mean that the food could poison national security risks. Scott urged that the department to open an investigation into the security risks posed by all forms of Chinese imported garlic. Citing cooking blogs, home magazines, YouTube videos, and documentaries, he claimed that it was well documented that garlic from China was fertilized with the human feces and was grown in sewages. He also said that the garlic was sometimes bleached to make it appear whiter and more appealing to the U.S. Consumer. Scott also noted concerns over the imported effects of the domestic industry, saying that it could lead to unemployment, decreases public revenue, and loss of investments. A 2017 report from the McGill University Office for Science and Society said that there was no hard evidence showing that the sewage was used as fertilizer in China. This year, researchers from the Swiss agriculture's research firm also found that the fertilizers made from the human feces were as safe as effective as the traditional ones after carrying out tests on the cabbage, and the New Science reported. Okay. Well, at least the garlic from them is not good. From what I know, you could use garlic for home remedies, things of that nature, to help cure certain things, or just healthy for your immune system in general. It's like people just do their homework on where they get their product from. It's unfortunate that that's on my radar. Like a lot of other things that's on my radar, including food. It's unfortunate that people have to be more mindful of what they place in their temple, because you only get one. Okay, so moving forward, since we're talking about the body and your temple, Novavax, a company called Novavax is on my radar. Give me a second. Yes, excuse me. They are on my radar. The COVID vaccine maker agrees for $47 million class action settlement. Novavax, pharmaceutical company that developed a COVID vaccine, has agreed to settle class action lawsuit, establish a $47 million fund to repay investors that were alleged defrauded by the Novavax. The securities class action lawsuit, originally filed in 2021, alleged that the Novavax allegedly made a false statement regarding its capacity to produce the coronavirus vaccine and its ability to commercialize and scale the vaccine. The class action lawsuit also alleged that the Novavax deceived investors by overstating its ability to achieve regulatory approval in the time to be commercially viable, most notable approved from the FDA. The company has already been under significant financial duress since downgrading its forecasted revenue for 2022 through 2024, while the class action settlement has been agreed upon and granted certifications. The proposal may require full approval by the presidency judge in the court, presiding judge in the court. It's a lot more. It's a lot more data and information that's coming out contingent to the pandemic, so-called pandemic. They the people, the makers of the vaccine. It's more information coming out that possibly was not good. Every day, every hour, every week, something is always coming out. More information, more research, more truth about what is and what is not. And it's unfortunate that those who do not do their homework and or research might be in for a rude awakening, for the lack of term. Okay, moving forward. Okay, this is for the people, right? This platform, is for the people. Metro, transportation, things in that nature. I know it's getting cold outside. Most people are, because the economy, when it comes to the motor vehicle industry, it's a lot of things that's taking place there. So a lot of more people are, using public transportation, and Metro is on my radar. So the GM spoke about like 10 stations, 67 bus lines may be cut, 2,000 layoffs possible if the budget gap isn't filled. Randy Clark proposed that if the Metro doesn't fill its $750 million budget gap, warned a dramatic service and job cuts if the transit agency doesn't close the $750 million budget gap in the first half of 2024. Metro has sounded that the alarm for months, saying that if a solution isn't found, it could change the transit system as we know it, with stations potentially closing early and heavy cuts to how many trains run. The potential implication for months, but Clark gave more specifics in this week. Media briefing on his proposal balance be significantly reduced budget for the next year. It lays out a sort of a doomsday scenario showing what would change if the operating budget isn't increased. The massive shortfalls is linked to the problems with the funding for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Low ridership and rising costs due to the inflation. Metro already cut staffing at 5 stations this month, citing predicting budget challenges. Once again, it's affecting the people. If those who cannot get around, and there is a shortage of stations and buses and or drivers, how people are going to get around. I know it would most likely have each and one another to help each other. That's the only way that we can get through this time of discomfort, for the lack of term. And that might not be a bad thing. That kind of forces people to work with each other, and that's what's needed, in my professional opinion. I know everyone want to do their own thing, as rightfully so. You can and should, but there's nothing wrong with helping and supporting one another, because as you can see, the economy and what's taking place in corporate America today, there's jobs laying off. Now, I know there are some people that may say, well, I don't have to worry about it because I have a job. Okay, for now, respectfully, then it can happen to you too. So when that does take place, then what? So, I would like for us to try more often than not to help one another, to communicate with one another, and do business with one another, and try to steer this storm in the right direction. It's not really helping the people. The people are being affected at an all-time high, and people might not want to believe it or not because they haven't knocked at their front door. You gotta be mindful. Those who are around you are affected. It's one more that was on my radar. Okay, Paramount. Yes, I'm gonna give you guys one more. That's on my radar. Paramount has a class action. They have like they call it like a renewal scheme. They have the subscription, free trial, 30 days, and then you have the opportunity to cancel before they charge you, or renew your card that you have on file, whatever the case may be. You have consumers that have signed up for the free trial and canceled before the 30-day free trial approach, and they were still charged. So they are going through a class action as well, and it's a plaintiff called Trevor Atkins and Michael Schuler filed a class action lawsuit against Paramount Global. Paramount fails to honor subscription cancellation for its Paramount and streaming services, and continues to charge for automatic renewals even after members cancel their subscription. The Paramount class action lawsuit was filed in New York federal court. Paramount Global unlawfully continues to charge consumers in an automatic renewal even after they cancel their monthly subscription, according to a class action lawsuit filed on December 4th in the New York federal court. Plaintiffs Trevor Atkins and Michael Schuler said that the subscribe to the 30-day free trials at the Paramount and streaming services and canceled the Paramount subscription before the end of the free trial period. However, Paramount alleged charged each plaintiff a monthly fee on their credit cards after the 30-day trial period expired, even though they canceled their subscription. When they signed up for the free trial Paramount subscription, Atkins and Schuler had to provide their credit card information. The terms of free trial stated that their subscription would automatically renew unless canceled, and that subscribers will cancel the Paramount subscription before the free trial period expires would not be charged, according to the Paramount class action lawsuit. However, the plaintiffs said they were charged for Paramount automatic renewal after they canceled their subscription, and their experience is not unique. Paramount were aware that its membership cancellation scheme deceives consumers. The class action lawsuit, the plaintiffs claim hundreds of Paramount subscribers have complained of the company's failure to honor their cancellations. They point to consumers' complaints on the Better Business Bureau website for subscribers who claim they were charged immediately after subscribing for a free trial, or who subject to Paramount automatic renewal even after they cancel the subscription. And then they go on. So they pretty much going back and forth saying that pretty much the same thing, that, they overcharging you. Paramount has respectfully, more than enough funds and no finances over their existence of in corporate America, and people just want what they pay for, which is a service and a product, supply and demand, and it seems like they just taking your money. continuously going to take your money. Well, not them per se, those who don't care nothing about you. There are other entities in corporate America that can provide the same service and or product, contingent to subscriptions, movies, streaming, things of that nature. I know everyone has their preference, to each his own. But if you want your money continue to be taken from you, that's your choice. Over here, so gifted Monumental Music Group and EUSE, but just make sure that you get what's rightfully yours. Hi, I'm KD. So Get the Podcast. See you later.